Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 47 of our Medieval Dynasty Season 2. Today we are headed into summer, which means we can harvest the flax crops and get the food planted for the year. Hopefully go on another large sale run. I'm hoping we're going to break 800,000. I don't know that we're going to make it all the way to 850. It depends on how kind the village coins are to us this season. But we're going to shoot for it and see what happens, because we are close to 800,000. We were only like 8,000 away or something like that. We're very close. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and harvest our flax and process most of it, and probably sell off a third of it, and see what we can do there for money. We're also going to try to squeeze in a mine run and possibly increasing some fields and see how that goes. Because we still need some more people for vendors, and we still need some more people for farming. So we'll see what happens. But either way, if you guys learn anything useful today, or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But without further ado, let's go ahead and load in. Alrighty, and here we are already at our bed, but I did forget at the end of last stream, last night, to check and make sure that all the fields were planted, and they are not. Village 2 Field 1 is not complete, so we are going to try to run over there and get as much of that done as we can, as quickly as possible. I don't think we're going to be able to finish it, because we are going to have to plant 85 seeds, and we have very little time until the changeover. But we're going to do the best that we can. I mean, what else can you do? So let's grab an extra bag, because we're probably going to need it. And let's grab some 85 flax seeds. You know what, we'll just... because it's at 15, so that'll do us. So let's charge on over there. I can't believe I forgot to check that before the end of stream. That was a rookie mistake. And unfortunately, we are going to pay for it. Or not get paid for it, as it were. Well, you know what? We didn't have this field up and running at all last season for flax, so anything that we get out of this field is going to be bonus. So it's not the end of the world. It just pisses me off, because that was avoidable. And I don't like it when I screw up. I am definitely a perfectionist. That is for sure. I don't know. We still have a sliver of time up there. I don't know how far to let us get. We're going to gung-ho as fast as we can. We actually didn't need the extra bag, it looks like, but that's alright. I'm not going to take the time to put it away. And it didn't cost us any time to pull it out, because we had to pull out the seeds anyway. And when you're in menus, time freezes, so... That's why a season, if you don't sleep at all during the nights, a season is actually 2 hours. Well, if you're on 3-day seasons. But any time that you have the menu open, that time freezes. That's why our 2-hour streams don't always mesh with the season changes. And if you sleep, it speeds it along a little bit, which we've been sleeping because we have quite a bit of downtime with the way our setup is now. We're done with the quests, we're done with a lot of the other stuff. Our tech trees are groovy, most of our infrastructure's built. There's some stuff I would like to build, but there's no point without the people to run it. We'd just be paying taxes for something that's not generating us income, which is foolish in my opinion. Although, to be fair, we have several smithies that are not being utilized that are there for quality of life reasons that we are paying for that we don't have any production coming out of. So, I mean, there's that. But we have a lot of time to waste, so we spend a lot of time sleeping now, which is a thing that for most of the game we didn't actually do, and something that I don't do often in my own life. I really have to pay attention to my sleep schedule. Sometimes I forget I'm not 20 anymore. It's not so bad on the weekends, but on the work days, especially working a desk job, some days it gets a little rough to stay awake if I didn't go to bed when I should have. You know, you spend most of your childhood trying to weasel out of your bedtime, and then you spend most of your 20s not even worrying about sleep. And then on the other end of your 20s, you start to reinstate the bedtime voluntarily. Or at least that's how it was for me. I know some people are a little bit different. I had a friend who was what I like to affectionately call a recreational sleeper. Rather than gaming or reading or hobbies, he would nap. And I mean, like, slept 9 hours last night and took a 6-hour nap in the middle of the day. Kind of napping. He just slept all the time. My problem is I tend to structure my day around things. I set up schedules, and I try to maintain them. Basically mini goals throughout the day. And I am almost always overly ambitious, and I don't like failure, so I will wind up making sure that all of my goals for the day are accomplished, at least as many as humanly possible, at the detriment to my own health sometimes. What? Oh, we got it done! We got it done! That's exciting. I did not expect that we would actually be able to pull that off. Oh, that is a torch sec. Put that away. Alright. So let's go back and sleep if it'll let us get all the way home to sleep. I mean, it's not like it's, you know, miles away, but... Then we get the owner's task of harvesting all of this flax. But that's alright. That's where a large portion of our money is going to come from, so we're just going to go with it. I should really check storage and see how we're doing on vials and the other stuff that we're selling. Actually, I don't remember what all we are selling anymore. Services. Oh good, all the buildings got repaired. So we've got a bunch of food stalls, I knew that. We only have one thing that's not a food stall right now. And it's selling wicker baskets and vials. And at 12 baskets at 95, we're fine. 500 vials. So that's a season worth of vials. We will make it all the way through the summer without having to do anything. But we will need to make more vials soon for them. And since we're going on a sale run, we're going to want to take some vials with us. So we'll probably do that after we finish with the flax harvest. Just because it would be smart. I'm not going to eat or drink anything because at season change it's going to refill our meters for us, so it's a waste of resources. So we're just going to crash. Next to our lovely wife, Kazimira. Event? It's been a while. No event. No quest from the boy. No quest from the wife. Alright. So let's, get cracking on our flax here. Is it just me, or does flax harvest wider areas than the wheat does? I feel like we get more coverage with our scythe on the flax than we do on the wheat. Or rye, rather. We don't actually plant wheat because it would interfere with our flax. But, I mean, that's a pretty big area for coverage there. Could y'all not hang out in the damn fields? Sometimes. Although we do need to grab a toy sword for the kiddo, too. I think we actually forgot last season. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. He's well on his way to being max affection, so I'm not too worried about it. I know it used to be his skill growth was based on his affection level. I don't know if that's still true or not. I'll have to look that up. Because the last time that I actually looked into that was pre-release, so... Pre-version 1.0. And it is probably not the same anymore. So much has changed since then. I'm holding off on story time until Stesso gets back, because he said at the very beginning of stream that he would be back in 15 minutes. So we're gonna have our story time, don't anybody worry. Since we are harvesting a field, it's just gonna take a minute, because I don't want Stesso to miss it. Oh, this is basically just straight... We are scything silver coins right now, is how this works. We are going to have an absolute torrent of silver coming in. Does anybody remember when torrent files were a thing? One of the fastest ways to get viruses on your computer. I always thought it was easier just to buy and rip the CDs yourself. Also, that way you're paying for the artist's work, but, you know, as nice as it was to have free music, it was not worth the hassle and all the shenanigans that came with it. Although I guess the era of the mixtape's dead. That's, it's not a thing anymore. Like, when I was a kid, cassette tapes were just becoming a real big thing. 8-track was on its way out. And then, towards the age where I actually started giving a shit about music, it was all about the tapes. And then, I remember when CDs came out, and that was the next big thing, and I was so excited to have a CD player. Oh, we don't have any scythes. That's a problem. And now it's all digital, so... You're a redhead, kiddo. And the digital's super cool, but, the era of making mixtapes for your sweetheart is definitely past. Now it's playlists. And most of the time, people ignore them. Which is fine. It's neither good nor bad, it's just different. So, ooh, coins. I do love me some coins. Oh, that was it! Those 800 coins that we just grabbed, we are now at 800,000. So we might actually hit 850. We'll have to see how it goes, but it might be attainable. I don't know, I think that might be a little overambitious, but we'll see what happens. Iron psych. 8. And then 2 and 2. 2 logs and 2 sticks. Logs are above planks because they start with L. I consistently forget that this thing is alphabetized, and I don't know why, because I alphabetize friggin' everything in my life. But I just consistently forget that storage is alphabetized. Boop. Yeah, you're a little late there, Winnie. We're already done, bud. You weren't there when we needed you, so we did it without you. I hope Stesso comes back soon. We're going to be done harvesting before we even get to story time. I guess we... Well, yeah, we have been in for 15. I'm sure it was a loose 15, though. He'll be back. I trust him. He's a good dude. Alright, so we need to make sure that these 2 fields that we've already finished are switched over to, cabbage. And then we're going to switch over the other fields to rye, because we don't plant anything in summer, which means those are going to be nice and finished for us by the time that rye season comes around. All they're going to have to do is plant, and we're not going to have to babysit the rye fields. And that's going to save us time and effort, which I am a big fan of, because I am lazy. Oh, yeah, we already changed that. Did we change you? Yes. You. Yes. You? One of these we... Ah, that's the one. I was going to say, we didn't get all of them. I know there's still at least 2 left. Oh, no, we did change that one. Son of a... What are you on? That's not right. That's not right at all. Wait! The last one wasn't right either. Did I misclick? This has all gone horribly wrong. Yes, I did misclick. And I almost did it again. Alright, so 2 cabbage is fine. Rye, cabbage, rye, cabbage, rye, rye. Needs to be rye. Groovy. I think we're square now. Alright, let's get the rest of... Whoop. Get the rest of this harvested, and hopefully we will start story time at the next set of fields, whether Sessa's back or not. Oh. Now, we do have farmers in all 3 of these, right? So our 4th one is the orchard, which does not need its own farm shed. Although it probably wouldn't help to have a floating farmer. Or it probably wouldn't hurt to have a floating farmer, just to help with the mopping up, I think. Alright. Of course, we can't even field a farmer for each field currently, so getting an extra floating farmer is a pipe dream at this point. But hopefully one day we will be there. And hopefully it's before the children are grown. As I would really... The children being grown, if there was a way to cheese that, I would seriously consider it, because we would have all the workers we need in spades if those kids were adults right now. But they are not, so it is what it is. I don't think we harvested the sheep last season. I don't think we did at all. I think I was distracted doing other stuff. Oh, we need to repair things. Builder's hut. Yep, hunting lodge, fold, the barn. The barn's what did it for me. That's the one I saw. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and thresh what we've got. And I know they've harvested some, that's fine, because we still have the other fields to harvest, so I'm not gonna sweat that over much. So we'll go ahead and stop in here while we're here. The nice thing about finishing at the other side... Ooh, another 1,500. Is we are not going to have to fight with Eric over the tailor shed. Because the other shed does not have anybody in it, so we can just work out of it. And we're not having them manufacture scythes anymore, which means hopefully these guys that have scythes will break them soon, and then we won't have to worry about them harvesting out from under us anymore. The cabbage, I actually want them to harvest out from under us because, while we get double the amount of cabbage, we really don't need it. We're not even using all of our fields in summer. So even if we did wind up needing more cabbage, it's not a thing that we have to actually interfere with ourselves. Both of you have them now? Where the hell are you guys getting this stuff? I know there aren't any in storage, because I already pulled them all out. So we're going to have to wait probably a year or so before they actually break those. So, I mean, 2's enough to get us through almost 7 fields, so... 1 is enough for them to do their own field many, many times. No. Mine. Alright, we're gonna have to hit this field first, too. So that we can get it, before he's done with it. I don't know if her farming skill is higher than his, or if it took him a minute to get here, but... We did restructure the farmers, which, unfortunately, for this particular aspect, put them closer to the fields. As far as the planting goes, that's actually beneficial. But for them stealing our crops with their scythes, it is not beneficial at all. It is problematic. But that's alright. Alright, well... We're almost there. Got this field and then one more. So when we start the next field, we will start story time, whether he's back or not. I feel like we're missing a farmer here. Did we know that we were missing a farmer here? We may have, because that's probably why that one field wasn't finished. I don't think it's going to be a problem as far as this season goes, though, because nobody over here is actually planting anything. So they should have more than enough time to get it done as well. So I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to let it ride. But today's field harvesting story is going to be about the time I almost got arrested at the movie theater. So I think it was either my junior or senior year in high school. One of the two. So I was either 16 or 17. And I was at the movie theater with some friends. We all drove separately. And I was going to stay the night at a friend's house after the movie. So I had a duffel in my trunk full of clothes and various things that I was going to take with me for crashing at his house. Because we lived probably 45 minutes outside of town. So it was a hell of a drive to get back in. So it was going to be easier for me just to crash at his place because he lived in town. So, but I thought it would be funny when we got there because we all stopped and were hanging out bullshitting in front of the movie theater before the movie started. And I thought it would be funny because I had to go and get my hoodie out of my trunk that since all of them were not facing my trunk, my trunk was facing away from the group, I punched my duffel bag full of clothes several times and said, "Hey, get back in there," pretending like it was a person. And some lady called the cops because she thought it was a person too. And we did not realize it until the cops showed up because we were still standing around bullshitting. But I had to open my trunk for the cops. They were fully ready to arrest me. And yeah, that was a prank gone horribly wrong. I thought it was a funny joke. The lady did not. And it is astounding with a duck cloth. We call it duck cloth. It's the same kind of fabric that Carhartts are made out of. But what that sounds like when it's stretched tight over clothing is absolutely astoundingly close to what it sounds like when you punch a person. So, I mean, that part's fair, but I feel like she should have investigated a little bit more before calling the cops. Also, what are the chances that, a 16, 17-year-old kid is actually abducting somebody and just leaving them in the trunk of the movie theater? Hey, Melody, how's things? Did you miss my story? I'm going to have to tell it again, because Stesso left and wasn't back yet either. Also, hi. YouTube was giving me issues, guys, so the edit from last night's stream... Aww. I will retell it here in a moment. The edit from last night's stream is finished. I'm hoping that it will actually post sometime, probably during this stream. But I kept trying to post it and it wouldn't let me, so I don't know what was going on. We will make sure that it gets up, but the cut is finished. And I know the last time it did this to me, I spammed it trying to get it to take, and wound up with like 4 copies of the video, and I had to delete 3 of them, so, I mean, that's a thing. Alright, there we go. So that is all of our flax. And yeah, we're just going to process it over here so that we don't have to fight Eric over it. Come on, Winnie. I need you, buddy. Oh yeah, you're not that heavy. So my story was about the time that I almost got arrested at a movie theater when I was 15 or 16. 16 or 17. It was my junior year in high school, so it was 16 or 17. I don't honestly remember. But I had a duffel bag. I was staying the night at a friend's house. So I had a duffel bag full of clothes. We lived 45 minutes or so away from the town that the movie theater was in, and he lived in town, so it was quicker just to crash there. And I had parked where my trunk was facing away from them, and I had my duffel... Hey, Stesso, good timing, because I'm retelling the story for Melody, so now you will get to hear it as well. Okay, so let's start over at the beginning. Also, hi Stesso. So my junior year in high school, I was going to the movie theaters with some friends, and we lived about 45 minutes away from town, so I was going to crash at my friend's house after the movie was over, because he lived in town. And I had a duffel with all of my clothes in it and other various things, you know, toiletries and what have you. And, oh no, I grabbed the wrong stack. That's what happened. And, I had parked where my trunk was facing away from the group as they were standing around talking in front of the movie theater. And I had gone to get my hoodie out of the car because it was getting cold. And while I was in there, I thought it would be hilarious to punch my duffel full of clothes and say, hey, get back in there. And some lady, apparently it does make a very satisfying sound that sounds very much like you're punching somebody. But some lady thought that some 16, 17-year-old kid was abducting somebody and holding them hostage in their trunk at the movie theater, and called the police on me. So they showed up, and we were still standing around out front talking because we didn't know any of that had happened. So I had to open my trunk for the police officers to look in, and they were very suspicious. It was a big to-do. It was definitely... Looking back on it now, it's hilarious. At the time, it was terrifying because I was a teenager, and teenagers and cops don't often mix well. But that was an adventure. I thought it was a hilarious joke. The lady did not. The lady was not amused. Neither was the cop. I honestly don't even remember. It was that long ago. Yeah, that's a very good question. Crazy people over there. Well, and there are some towns in the U.S. that if you pulled that in, I would expect the cops to be called in. Montana is not one of those places. There is such a small population and so relatively little crime there that, yeah. But I guess she was doing her due diligence. I mean, I can't fault her for it. It was definitely different. It was an adventure. Let's see. So we have 12. So we want 640 divided by... Oh, no. 640 plus 12 divided by 3. Nope. Yeah. So that's 217. So we're going to take 217... minus 12. And we're going to take 205 of this. Because we're going to do these in thirds, I think. We'll do a third of them now. And then we'll do a third next season. And then a third in the last season. Oh my god, that is a lot of wool. Alright, so let's take care of what we have for wool first. And then we will make the rest into caps for our sale run. That's 21 hats. That is a lot of money. We also have quite a bit of iron that we need to focus through as well. And I would like to re-up the vials, I think. Because they're starting to get a little low on the vials. Alright, so we're going to need 11... No. 9. We need 9 more... linen fabric. Last time I tried to do the math at the same time and I screwed it up, so we're not going to do it at the same time this time. We're just going to make the hats and then do it. So we will make 21 hats. That 3 fingers on his left hand there drives me insane. Every time I see... I know I bring it up every time that we're making stuff, but every time I see it, it drives me insane. 175 divided by 3 is 58. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 58 times 2. We're going to make 116 Math hates you. Yeah, there are certain types of math that my brain works with very, very, very well, and there are certain types of math that my brain does not comprehend at all. I tend to be extremely good at algebra, statistics. I understand the theory of statistics, but in practice I have to double and triple check my work because I almost always screw something up. And don't even get me started on accounting. I still maintain that the core calculation for accounting is flawed, but I've had that argument with people with doctorates in accounting, and they have not been able to convince me otherwise, but I have not been able to convince them that it's flawed, so we're just gonna agree to disagree on that particular subject. Okay, so we can take 33 here. No, 37. So let's take 38, which is going to be 15 and 4, 19? 19 sticks. So that's going to give us 19 more knives. I drove one of my college professors absolutely crazy because we were supposed to show, for exams, we were supposed to show our work, and there were several times where I ran foil in my head, and, yeah. She didn't believe me and made me prove it afterwards to give me credit for the exam. But I proved it. She gave me 3 random questions to do on the board in front of her, and I did them all in my head. But for some reason, I can't get statistics to be second nature like that. I don't know. Although I did have, I had another math instructor that was very entertaining. But his take on statistics, and he was obviously not the statistics instructor, was that there are 3 types of lies in the world. There are lies, there are dirty lies, and there are statistics. I think statistics is a very, very useful tool. I really do. The big problem that I have with people that use statistics wantonly, looking at media here, is that they don't tell you the important questions like compared to what. What demographic were you looking at? What were you comparing it to? When you say it's increased by this %, increased how? They like to throw those things out because they're sensational sounding, but they don't actually give you the data needed to make that particular thing relevant. And that was something that I absolutely adored my economics instructor for, was the, he called them the core questions of economics, and one of them was compared to what? One of them was why do I care, and one of them was compared to what, and there were 2 others that I can't remember offhand, and he would skin me alive if he knew I said that out loud to people. But but that was a thing, and both of those questions have stuck with me because I use them not just for economics, but life in general. I mean, they are very, very useful things to use in daily life. When you start comparing yourself to somebody else, you're feeling down on yourself because you're not good enough. What are you comparing yourself to? Because if you're not comparing yourself to yourself, it's not a fair comparison. And the same with other stuff. I mean, you know, if you have a job and you're making the most money that you have ever made in your life, and you are upset because one of your friends makes more than you, that is not a fair comparison. You cannot compare yourself to them. You don't know that you have the same education. You don't have the same opportunities. You don't. It's just not a fair comparison. And down that way lies madness. I really feel like most of us would benefit from just being happy with what we have. And I'm guilty of it as well. I'm definitely throwing rocks from a glass house there, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. It is. It is the useless emotion. It's a waste of time and energy. It's... You are absolutely correct there. I knew what you meant. Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Oh! Well, somebody's having a good time tonight. Well, depending on what the painkillers are for. My mother got some strawberry lemonade wine, and I was really, really excited to try it, and then realized that I was streaming tonight and should probably not be intoxicated for stream, because as little of a filter as I have when I'm sober, it gets way worse when I'm intoxicated. Breast cancer? That's unfortunate. Thankfully, nowadays, that is no longer a death sentence, so I'm hoping that that works out for you. I lost both my aunt and my grandmother on my father's side to breast cancer. To be fair, they didn't die from breast cancer. It metastasized, but... Might be a fun night. Yeah, it'll be a fun night that gets my account deleted. Oh, that's good. That's very good. I'm glad to hear that. Good news is always welcome. Okay, there we go. We're back up to almost 5,000. That's probably enough. We're going to stop there for now and just let that ride, because they only sell 500 a day, so that's not a huge issue. Good support system. That's always important. That is very, very, very important. Alright, so let's go and make some wine. We've got to be getting low on wine. And then we'll hit up the mine. I appreciate the intelligent conversations in your videos and streams. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Where is he? Okay, so there's a horn on the map, which implies that the King's Herald's here. But I don't know where he's at. It looks like it's ahead of us, but I don't think there's any... Unless he's in our tavern. It does say that he stops at a random town with a tavern when he shows up, so maybe he's actually in our village. He is in our village! That's freaking awesome! The attention to detail on that is excellent. I would not have expected that. Yeah, I've never seen that before. That's super cool. Let's see what he wants this year. Hopefully it's just coins. We've got that in spades. Would suck to lose coins to him, but, oh, shit! The vendor's here, too! The specialty vendor's here as well. Now he wants 5k? Well, to be fair, that was the first thing he asked us for in the Season 1. Here by order of His Majesty King Egon the Ambitious, I have a task for the Valley. How old's the king this year? 33. Does he still like us? He has very high regard for us. Excellent. What does the king want? As the war drags on, the king speculates a long winter campaign. Therefore, his order is to gather winter clothes for the men in his army. Crap. Wonderful, I'll await your delivery. If you don't want to carry everything here, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Alright, what's he actually want? Fur hood, fur boots, and joined hose. We don't have any of those recipes. I don't want to buy that much stuff, though. Well, you know what? This is a good season to buy that stuff because we have so much more than we can actually sell off this season. So we're just going to cheese it and buy it. We're not going to actually waste our time getting the recipes because this will probably be the only time we make those recipes. All right. So let's make a crap ton more wine for them to sell off. Right, very, very bottom. She only made 12. That's not good. That's not good at all. I would like to get more producers in there, but honestly, it's an unrealistic ask. We already have so much other crap going on. We can't even get the people for the jobs that we need. So an extra would just be superfluous. Do you guys have any words that you read before you ever heard anybody say them so you pronounce them funny? One of mine was superfluous. I thought it was superfluous. A combination of the two words, you know, super being super and fluous being fluid-like. And so I always thought that it was superfluous, and it's actually superfluous. And I was an adult before I realized that I was thinking it wrong in my head. Okay, 56 cherry wine is going to go a long way. Actually, Stesso, with the amount of clothing that he wants, and because they're the high-tier clothing, I think we actually would have been better off if he asked for 5k. I think this is going to wind up costing us more than that. I'm not sure, but I think. Feathers. We don't have a terrible lot of feathers. I love the English language, but it can be a head-scratcher, right? Well, you know, do you know the etymology of English, where it actually came from? Because English was originally a trade language, and England spoke a different language. English was a pidgin of most of European languages that they used for trading. It wasn't actually its own language. It was something that all of the different peoples could understand. And it morphed into its own thing over time from there. That is why, as one of my best friend's wives likes to say, she's an English teacher, and she says English is the language that lurks in dark alleyways and beats up other languages for spare vocabulary. But that is why a lot of our words have roots in other languages. Yeah, she's a riot. She really is. She actually wrote a book, which was super cool. I think she wrote a sequel too. I haven't read the sequel yet, but the first book wasn't bad. And for a first novel, it was phenomenal. But just in general, being a connoisseur of books, it wasn't terrible. I read it more than once, if that tells you anything. Yeah, they're tearing through that. Scrambled eggs, 3. And we'll put our extras over here. Our extras, our empty bowls over here for them to reuse. We do need to keep an eye on that, though. They've been out of bowls for so long that I've been ignoring it. We do need to keep an eye on the potage and make sure that they don't run completely out of bowls. So they are starting to get a little bit low now. They still have plenty, but I don't want it to get too awful much lower. I actually have 2 compost bins right here. Oh shit, that reminds me, fertilizer. They do not have enough. So let's grab... Oh boy, we cannot carry that. We're going to have to grab the horse. We'll make what we've got for manure, and then we're going to have to raid the animals too, I think. That's alright. We don't have to have it all this season. I would like to have enough this season, but we don't have to have it all this season because we're only actually planting 2 fields. So we can make that work. And we did buy the extra pigs. I really, really wish the pigs would start breeding again. They bred like the very first season that we had them, and then they didn't breed again for 4.5 years. And then they bred two piglets for us, and then they haven't bred since. That's another 250. How far did they get on the fields? Alright, so that one's mostly done. That one's already being planted. That one's not. Oh, that one's fertilized, okay. That one's mostly fertilized. That one's almost all the way fertilized. That one hasn't even been started. Not started. And most of the way fertilized and plowed. Excellent. Or no, unplowed. Okay. Maybe you need to set the mood. Yeah, that's one of my comments that I'm surprised didn't get me yelled at by YouTube. It was when I was yelling at my animals to breed. I said some things that one probably shouldn't say on the internet. But... especially with YouTube's new family-friendly shenanigans that they're after. Alright, well, I don't want to fool with the animals at night. We could punch them awake, but, we're just going to go hit up the mine for the, iron real quick while the night passes. No, you know what? We're going to sleep. We're going to sleep, and then we're going to go to the mine, and then we'll be able to deal with the animals. Because I don't want to stay up all night when we need to pass the seasons quickly. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to use our, Ooh! There's your rain, Stesso. Get ready for sirens, buddy. We are going to, pass fall and, or autumn, rather. I think is the proper name for it. I think fall is an American thing. By grabbing... I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, by building. By building more stuff. More houses and whatnot. Because when we go around this time, we're going to try and see if we can't find some more people. The people that we're still missing. Come on, kid. I need you to wake up. Alright, we'll hit him up when we hit up the animals. Unfortunately, you cannot punch your kid awake. Which is funny, because that has happened to me. I was a very, very heavy sleeper. The fireworks last night was new to you? Fireworks? Oh, yeah! The one that yeah, it sounded like a bottle rocket going off. That was nuts. I completely forgot about that. It didn't even make it into the cut. Aw, man. Oh, well. I'm sure we'll hear it again. Eagles are very loud. That is accurate. They don't have crap on hawks though. That is the most ear-piercing sound I've ever heard, is a hawk in its hunting dive. I don't even think it's the volume so much as the pitch. Kind of like how the horse whinnies annoy me, but the donkey's ones don't. It's that pitch just hits my inner ear just wrong. I'm a little surprised that our horses haven't bred in a while, too. They were doing really well there for a while. But we really need another male. Or was it female? We need... I think we need another male. I could be wrong, though. I've been wrong before. I swear, if I ever start making merch, I have like 3 phrases that I say frequently that are going to wind up on them. And that is one of them. I don't know. To me, it has always been more important that people have accurate information than it has been for me to be right all the time. I am perfectly okay admitting that I was wrong, provided I can give you the actual proper answer. Did you guys see on the post for the co-op coming out? I was under the impression that it was going to be 2-player co-op. It is actually up to 4, which is super exciting. I don't know that I have that many friends that are willing to play this game, but I thought that was cool. I wonder if you can turn PvP on. I'm not a big PvPer. I don't like the competitive aspect of it, but you could do two teams of 2 building their own villages and have a war in the valley. That could be interesting. I do want to see... We're up to 7 again, and I think most of them are ones that we're going to ignore. Oh, we needed to check jobs anyway. Oh, hey, we got some workers coming back. We got a farmer back! Woohoo! And Erica's back. I don't really care about that. She's all 2s. Who is Erica married to? She is married to a miner. Merry birth, Miss Erica. You now work in the mines. I love playing Valheim with my husband, daughter, and son-in-law. Yeah. I liked Valheim up until the Mist update. They did some revamping in combat, and it's not the same to me anymore. I'm not a big fan of the changes they decided to make. But it's alright. Okay, so she lives with a blacksmith husband. And where is your house? I don't know where their house is. That is a problem. I would really like to move her out to the second set of fields. That's when you quit too, yeah. Yeah. Well, you've always got that group for gamers that are constantly pushing for, this is too easy, this needs to be harder. And I just be happy with what you have, man. Yeah. Yeah, that update really killed the game for a lot of people. That is a thing. Okay, so she lives over here. We're going to need to move her. So we're actually not going to assign her so that I remember to move her. Because I will not otherwise. Great, we took care of all of those. Animals. Alright, we're going to sell off the 2 oldest geese. Because they are getting up there in age, and that gives us room for new breeders. Pigs? How are we doing on pigs? Oh, we got a piglet! Finally! I just had to complain about them being abstinent long enough, and there we have it. Now we're going to switch places with the real pig, I guess. Okay. And then how are our sheepies looking? We have a ram that is ready to move back to the main fold. Excellent. So all of our sheep are adults now, and they are all living together. Okay, so it is not... We need a mare is what we need. We're going to have to switch off of Winnie and onto Stevie here soon, though. I was hoping to keep the 2 males, because we have a 20% chance every season for filly to have a filly. A baby per male. As it runs the check on the female side, and you have a 20% chance per male stabled with them. So this way we have a 20% chance and another 20% chance to have a new baby each season. So we're just going to leave it the way it is for now. Yep, there's your sirens. Or at least the tail end of them. In my opinion, they should have made it an optional DLC. That would have been a way to do it, yeah. They probably could have gotten more money out of it, too, that way. I don't think I'm where I thought I was. I am not. I keep running straight south now. I had it down for several seasons, and all of a sudden, I just cannot remember the way to the village. Hey, Venomous, what's going on, man? Overtime's always pretty sweet. We're happy to see you, though. You'll have to check out yesterday's stream is coming out as video shortly after this stream, I'm assuming. I'm hoping it'll let me upload it after this. But we have some fun stories in there that I think you'll get a kick out of, bud. Alright, so let's go and handle our animal stuff and our kid, and then we will get ready to run a sale run with what we've got. But I want to hit these guys up while they're awake. Sheepy! Oh, they're not ready yet. Oh, some of them are ready. You know what, we're going to wait until they're all ready, because if we do it partial, we're going to wind up in the same... No, I need you to unstuck inside the building, dude. Try it this way? Nope. Well, we come over here. Well, I guess we'll grab this while we're in here. I gotta say, Venomous, dude, I love your positive attitude. Every time you pop on here, you are always so positive, and it makes my day. I appreciate that, man. Oh, sure. I will well, I'll actually post it on Discord, or I'll post in Discord, but I'll send you a message too. Can I please get in here to pick up your poop? They're gonna make me punch them, aren't they? That didn't help, oddly. I just punched a sheep for no reason. I don't know what to do about that. At least it wasn't a piglet again. We found out that you can't punch piglets to get them to move, it just kills them. Gotta run. Take it easy, man. It was good seeing you. Oh, it'll kill the geese too? That's good to know. I haven't actually had to punch a goose yet. Alright, sheep. Yeah, there was the one that sounds like it's vomiting. Hey, we got in this time. Getting out's actually much easier. Aww. Well, I know we reloaded and lost like 20 minutes of gameplay when I accidentally killed our piglet. I just felt like he deserved a better death than that. But you know what? I think we've actually not died this season, guys. We died a lot in Season 1, because Psych was doing stupid things. But, not least of which was standing there watching the bandits charge up at us. I was unaware that they had added bandits to the game. So I thought it was a villager when I heard footsteps, and I looked up, I was like, oh cool, there's a villager, and then he stabbed me in the face. Which, I mean, to be fair, even money, but... It looks like they already harvested the cherry trees. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Well, there weren't carts in the game back then. The tipped over carts, there weren't the little camps that you see and whatnot. All of that stuff was new to me. Because it had been quite a while since I had played. And, yeah. That was just another surprise. Oh my, yeah, we're not walking like that. I miss when trees didn't kill you, right? We had a compilation going there for a while of trees falling on my head too. That was the thing. Then there was the one in Season 1 that I ninja dodged. We actually stepped under it while it was bouncing. Alright, so we've got 39 on us, and then we've got how much extra in here that we can take? 17? What's that put us at? Puts us at 56, so 25 and 3 is 28. 28 sticks. Oh, Oh, wow, the wool's getting up there again. Medieval sports, right? Tree dodging. Sticks, psych, sticks. There we go. Bouncing logs. You know, in the Ohio State Fair in Columbus, Ohio, they actually have, the fairground is just friggin' huge. But they've got a section where there's a fairly decent-sized pond. It's basically a small lake. And they do various lumberjack things around and in it. And, like, log rolling and stuff is part of it. Which was, I always thought was super cool as a kid. Their fairground is big enough that they actually have a gondola that stretches from one side of it to the other. It's just absolutely massive and so awesome. Yeah, it's glorious. I remember getting super excited when I lived in Montana for the Montana State Fair, and I went to it and was like, wait, this is it? Because their fairground is, like, slightly bigger than a city block, and mostly animals, so I was not very impressed with theirs. They're super proud of it, but, coming from where I came from, it was not very impressive. I mean, how the 4-H section in the Ohio State Fair is bigger than the entirety of the Montana State Fair, so... Yeah. Yeah, there's that. Clay, that's what I grabbed. You know, I'm not going to worry about the clay right now because we still have a lot of bottles of wine that haven't sold yet, so we're going to wait on that so that it doesn't spoil. We do have over 100 knives. This is nuts. And we still have 400 thread left, and we took a third of it. Oh, more manure, though. That's good. That's very good. Oh, put that away. I'm hoping that we can sleep so that we can start our sail run on a fresh day, because I don't want to start it now or we're going to have to camp partway through it. How long do we have till we can sleep? Oh, man, it's barely after 1. What do you think, guys? Do we start the run now, or do we go do a spot of hunting? So we have those wolves nearby. And we do still... I mean, our hunting level's still absolute trash. It's only 6. Our extraction's almost there. Diplomacy's almost there. Oh, this run selling will actually get us to max rank diplomacy, I bet. I bet we can swing that. Oh, our survival's not maxed. That doesn't seem right. We had that maxed before we had our farming maxed in Season 1. I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if it's because we got our woodsheds up. We did both the woodsheds up almost immediately, so we chopped less logs this time around. I wonder if that's why. Oh, this one's already done. This must be a higher level farmer, because he just tore through that. 8. Yep, that's what happened. I don't know, let's at least kill these wolves back here. We gotta do something to pass a little bit of time. Making extra bags probably isn't a terrible idea either. I probably should have taken a bath before we came out here, but that's alright. I don't understand how we're still accruing dirt while we're in the rain, but, you know. Ah! I forgot to turn my mouse sensitivity back down. I was playing something earlier today where I needed more sensitivity. That's why my cursor was all twitchy. It also makes it a little hard to see when I'm moving, because I'm used to the movements, and not everybody else is. Oh, I think I see the last one up there. No, I think that was actually a lynx. No, we don't need the fur. We're not going to murder a lynx. Besides, I like cats. So where is our last wolf? Did we only get 2 wolves this season? I'd be disappointed. Oh, wow, my mouse feels so slow now. We only got 2 wolves this season. What the hell? Want a couple of kittens. Well, my male cat did actually pass away in June, so I mean, you know, that's the thing. My female's still alive, though. And I have a sneaking suspicion she would eat the kittens. Not because she's a glutton or anything, she just hates other cats. She tolerated my male, but my parents' 2 cats she did not get along with at all. That's alright. It sucks. He was my little buddy, but... He was a big-ass cat. He was a 22-pound cat, and he wasn't fat. He was just huge. And he was the most laid-back cat I have ever had. I swear he thought he was a dog. He came when you called his name. He'd lay on your feet. He was just a mutt. I adopted both of my cats around the same time from the kill shelter in Montana. And they were both black, because black cats are the least adopted. So... And I'm not superstitious at all. I feel like you make your own luck. At least that's how most of my life's turned out. I tend to get exactly what I work for better or worse. If I work hard for something, it usually succeeds. If I don't work very hard for something, I usually fail. So, you have 2 black cats as well? That's awesome. Yeah, he had teal eyes, and then my female has gold eyes. She's super small, though. Well, she's not really super small, just after carrying his fat ass around, she feels like she's super small. She's realistically, she's average size. She's 12 pounds. Alright, let's see if it'll let us sleep. Because I really want to get on the road with the sail run here. No. Alright. We're gonna start it, and we will just, camp. I get 16 sticks for a, fire. So we'll just take them with us, that way we don't have to harvest them while we're out and about. Okay, so we'll take all of our caps, and we will take... I need to actually pay attention to what I'm grabbing, because I have a tendency to forget things. Let's take our feathers. We'll leave some behind, but we'll take most of them. The flax seed is definitely a thing. We know we're not going to get through all of it, so we're just going to grab a chunk and leave a bunch. The fur we can take and sell. The hats we'll take. The actually, that's not much fur. Let's leave that behind for rugs. Iron knives. We'll take all but like 3 of them, 4 of them. That's fine. We know that we can load Winnie up to 250 kilograms on us before he starts having problems. So we'll just go with this way. A mead bottle we can take. Simple bags. Let's take like half of those. Baskets we'll leave. Thick leather gloves we can sell off. The wine bottles we won't. Let's take some of this too. We could probably take some more wool, but we're just gonna save it for oh no, we can take 35 kilograms worth of vials. All right. Now we know we're not going to get hassled on the road by the wolves because we already killed them. I actually have a picture of my male. It's the most recent picture I have of him before he passed, up on the Discord. I haven't put any of my female up there yet. I need to. I think there's a picture of my dog up there too. Yeah, we've got a bunch of channels split out for all kinds of stuff. There's a crap ton of channels for different games. There's a crap ton of channels for different chats and different real life stuff. There's one for just memes. I mean, we've got it pretty well broken out, pretty well organized, I think. A dog and 6 chickens as well. Awesome. My aunt keeps goats and chickens.
Never disappoint.
Goats are a lot smarter than I thought. They really, really are. Alright, we need 5 fur hoods, 5 fur boots.
How can I help you? My wares never disappoint.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Goodbye.
And then 10 joined hose.
Hail for only the best products here.
Well, there's half the joint. So yeah, Stesso, we just dropped 6 grand and we only got half of the joined hose that we need. So it would have actually been better if we had gotten the quest for 5 grand. It would have been cheaper for us in the long run. No, he's right. Their pupils are odd-shaped. It can be disturbing.
Friend, see you soon.
I would never let my aunt hear me say that, but it's true. Alright, we need a male farmer and a male producer, I believe. And you are neither. And you're female. That is unfortunate.
How's life? Best goods in the valley.
Alright, well, that's the end of the caps. Now we're into hats.
Treating you. Goodbye.
And we know that we're going to wind up hitting almost everybody in the valley, so we're just going to do the same route that we did yesterday, where we come across here and hit this town, and then we head south, hit those two, and then head up to Gustovia and around like normal. I am surprised we were not hassled by wolves in that pass. It's actually where our first death in Season 1 came from, was walking through that path and trying to run from a wolf and not making it. Hi, 2 males. Nope. And maybe. I want to verify that we did still need the production mail before I hire him. Yes, yes we do. For Rosalinda. And then we've got, yep, down here. We need a male, oh, extractor as well. And a male farmer. Alright, so we will, oh, shit. Yep.
How are you?
Congratulations on your new home and wife. Oh, shoot. What house is she in? She is in the one at 92.8% durability. And then he is a producer, right? Yeah. So let's see where we can put him. The kitchens are fine. The kitchens are covered. We could put him in the sewing hut. He could help out with that. We really don't need anybody else in the smithies. We could put somebody in the tavern, but honestly, we are only making cherry wine, and we do that fairly quickly, so I'm not too worried about that. We could put him in the workshop. I think, actually, that the sewing hut... honestly, we really don't need producers anymore. Hey, James! Off to work you go. Yeah, but he got a house and a wife out of it. I mean, what more can you ask for? Although, I mean, depending on how he gets along with his wife, that could be good or bad. I don't know. Let's put him in the workshop. I don't even know what the workshop's making. Actually, I think they're making vials for us, so that might have actually been a solid play. A house without her.
Let me show you my wares. Farewell.
Nope, not you. Okay, so we hit you up. We need to hit Gisela up. It's a door, Winnie. It's not rocket science.
Hello, only the best products here.
Alright, so let's sell off... I keep trying to sell off the fur boots. That's not going to end well. Unless those were expensive.
Have a good day.
Alright. We can hit up the cook and the miner. Or the... yeah, him. Let's grab some more toy swords while we're here. Since we've got the funds for them in spades now. He only has 34 left, so we'll... I need to stop selling feathers right now and start selling vials to get our weight down. So I think 250 was actually a little ambitious for the distances that we're going to be traveling. It works fine when you're dealing with the mine stuff, but when you're doing stuff like this, it is not super good. It barely slows us down, but it does slow us down. Was that everybody here? 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. So we were at 800,000. We've come up... I'm hoping we can hit 850. We'll see. It's going to be close. It would make me very happy to hit 850,000 coins today. No, not usually. If you do the hidden quest for Sambor, you actually open up a bunch of carvings that you can give your child as gifts from that. And we did that. We just don't often go up to visit him. And they actually work out to be the cheapest present for your child. I'm a little disappointed that it won't let us carve them, to be completely honest. Make it cost a whole log so it's expensive. It'd still be worth it. Then they can make them worth like maybe 2% instead of 1% if you made it yourself. Oh, there you go, Stesso. Hope you were ready. And we can't move because we're carrying too much. That is not good. Oh, we could make some of those. Woo! Hold my beer, he says. It's a good thing there weren't bandits at this bridge. Alright, so we need to drop around 100 kilograms. And that's only 30. That's 20. There we go, that's 72. Still not quite enough to move, but we're getting somewhere now. And that's 45. Will that give us enough to move? I don't think so. Oh, yep, that will. I just dropped a small fortune on the ground here. Oh, he's not down here. Oh, I forgot we had the present vendor in our village. We could have sold some stuff right there before we even left.
Trade, it is in my nature.
Oh, there's our level 10 in diplomacy. That's what that chime was.
Farewell.
What were we working on? There was something I was going to throw one more. Oh, good host? Yeah, good host was what I was going to throw the last 2 points in. What's diplomat? Oh, yeah, we don't need diplomat. So, yeah, good host. Slower mood reduction, which isn't really an issue because we don't really have any mood reduction, but that's alright.
Hey, old friend.
What? Oh, go away. I wanted to sell you stuff. I thought you were the vendor, and you are not. You're the vendor.
Let me show you my ware.
Who had almost no money, so that's cool.
How have you been? I've been a vendor since before you could walk.
Have you, though?
See,
Because you don't have very much money, so, I mean, he may have been a vendor that long, but he's bad at it. I mean, to be fair, he's never once sold us anything. He's only bought from us, so... I don't know that that even qualifies as a vendor. We can get very good distance on that one, though. Although, I mean, get ready for your clip button there, Stesso, because we are headed towards Hornica. And you know how I like to run into shit around Hornica. He's ready. It's really pretty back in here, but the terrain is just such a friggin' nightmare. I wish there were a couple of flat spots where you could build a village back in here, because I think this would be a really pretty place to build. And we did check some out. They just weren't what we needed. None of the areas were large enough to get what we needed. It's like Red Dead on the horse and trees, right? Up to and including tripping over nothing sometimes. You'd be riding down the middle of the road and your horse just like, nope, screw you. I really liked Red Dead. The first one was amazing. The second one was really good too. But I feel like they really dropped the ball on the multiplayer for that. It still has a decent following. There are still quite a few people playing it. I don't know why they stopped supporting it. I feel like they just hate money. And I'm sure, by comparison... Never tried the first one? Oh, yeah. It was a blast. It was... Well, the second one, Red Dead Redemption 2, was actually a prequel. The dude that Arthur is making fun of in the prologue, Marston, is the main character in the first one.
I've got it.
Yeah, they were too worried about GTA 6.
Friend, goodbye.
And I'm sure that GTA makes them more money than Red Dead would. I'm almost positive of that fact, but it's still, support both of them and you make more money still. I don't understand the logic there. If it was a manpower issue, hire more people. Shit.
Hello there. Best goods in the valley.
His name's Blizzbor. I thought it was Blizzor there for a minute. I was like, that sounds like a Pokemon.
Have a good day.
It's just disappointing. I really enjoyed that game. Really? They're talking about RDR3, huh? I'm on board.
Hello there. My wares never disappoint.
I hope that they give the PC version more love than they did for RDR2, though. They put a game-breaking bug in during one of their patches, not on purpose. At least I don't think it was on purpose. Where your game would freeze when you went into the stables. And the consoles got a fix almost immediately. And the PC never did. If you play RDR2 online, you have to be very, very careful about going into stables. You have to completely dismiss your horse. It has to be out of render distance. And you have to walk in on foot to do anything in the stables, or it'll crash your game. Leaks in an official statement from Take-Two CEO points to a new cowboy adventure. Awesome. Well, and the first Red Dead Redemption is not actually the first of the series. The original, and the reason it was called Red Dead Redemption was the original game was about a cowboy named Red. And then it went through several other iterations before it finally arrived at Redemption. Which, to be fair, because of time reasons, like technology and different eras of it, the RDR games were much better than the original ones, but still. Alright, we gotta be careful not to fall off around the wolves. I can't see shit. Oh! That's the whole reason we carry these potions, psych. Don't struggle in the dark. Look at that! Like night and day. Yeah, good luck keeping up now, wolves. Man, I can't believe we didn't use these in Season 1. Talk about wasted potential. Ah! That deer scared the crap out of me. Thought we were going to have an issue. I thought that the first one was the most fun at the time period it was out. Fair enough. Fair enough. And that's the thing. You have to take a lot of that stuff with a grain of salt because, you know, looking at it now, the game's kind of crap. But if you look at it for when it released, I mean, it was game-breaking and game-breaking. It was game-changing and super exciting. I mean, let's like think back to when the original Doom released, or Wolfenstein even. That was if you try to play them now, like the graphics sucks, the gameplay is mediocre, the whole concept is kind of flawed. But at the time, they were one of a kind. They're the first of their type, and absolutely game changing. So you kind of have to take that into account too. Are you serious? Too far away from the damn campfire. Duke Nukem, yep. The originals are 3D. Well, honestly, the answer is yes. So yeah, the original Duke Nukem was a side-scroller. And, of course, the story to Duke Nukem 3D didn't make any sense. But it wasn't supposed to. That whole game was not to be taken seriously even by itself.
My wares never disappoint. Hail, friend. See you soon.
Hello. Whatever you need, I've got it.
Alright, we do still need to visit another tailor.
Goodbye.
I think we already hit you. Yeah, we did.
Goodbye.
So we need to get her, the cook,
How can I only
and then we
best
need to get the
products
farmer.
here?
We should be good here.
I help you.
Have a good day.
There's the farmer. Did we hit up the gal that runs the, inn? I can't remember if we hit her up or not.
Can I help you? See you soon.
I don't even know. Where is she? She must be the quest. Oh no, she's right here.
Hello there.
No,
See you
that's
soon.
not her. That's her.
How is the best goods in the
No,
valley?
we did.
Goodbye.
Okay. So let's head over to Borowil. Oh, we need to check people. I forgot to check people in Hornica. Crap. Oh, she's got some decent stats. Too bad we don't need a female at the moment. He's an extractor. Didn't we need a male extractor? I feel like we did. Yeah, we do. We need a male extractor. So let's go ahead and take him.
Hello.
Alright, what house is he going into? So he's going into the one that is at 92.5. Okay, and then we will send him... Who do we need? Okay, so the excavation sheds are good now. The mines are good now. Wait, what about... We could pull Eric... Or no, Erica didn't go to the mine, did she? Yeah, she did. We're going to swap him for Erica. We're going to have to find a new place for her. What do we have that needs people? Wish we could see who they're moving in with. Yeah, you have to be a little bit crafty about how you manage that. What could we do with a drunken sailor? Or Erica. I mean, kind of the same thing. Could put her in the sewing hut. I got the caveman achievement the other day. I got so many iron bars. That's something I was thinking about doing too, is finishing off the caveman achievement. Because there's what, 5 caves or 4? I know where 4 are. I think there might be 5 though. We'll put her in here with Eric. Oh, it just didn't update yet. Okay. So Ulrika still needs work. And I know where I want her to work, but we need to build her a house before we can have her work there. And we still need a male farmer. There are 5? So where is the 5th one? So we know that there's one here. And we know that there's one here. And we know that there's one in one of these passes. Here. Right here. And we know that there's one here. So where's the last one? Is it down over here somewhere? I don't see anything that looks like a mine entrance. No, that's not it. Kept 2 of them and had 4 people at both. Yeah, I would. We're gonna build them up, and we'll probably tear most of them right back down, but or at least leave them. But I do want to at least get the achievement for it. East of the lake that is east of Hornica.
Whatever you need, I've got it.
Over where we were looking at putting our second village?
Goodbye.
Before we decided where we were? Over here somewhere, then. This creek? Or this creek? I guess that doesn't really come from Hornica, does it? And you did say east of the lake, so it's, yeah, it's got to be this creek. Is that it? We'll have to go investigate that when we decide to go after the achievement. Okay.
How have you... Let me show you my way.
Yeah, we were down over there. We just didn't do apparently a very thorough job of exploring.
It was nice seeing you.
Please be a farmer, dude. Yes! We got our farmer. Happy day. Alright, so he lives... Blends in very well. You have to look... You walk past it a couple of times. That's fair. The one that we've used predominantly can blend in very, very well, too, if you're not aware that it's there. I mean, it helps now because we have buildings out front, but the first couple of times you pass by, you may or may not see it. So I believe that the gal that he is now married to works out there. So I think we're going to put him in that field and hope for the best. Now, the good news is we don't have to worry about villagers again. Maybe that's something that we'll do over autumn and winter, is we'll try and get those up. Because we have a lot less to worry about because we don't have to deal with the fields or anything. So we'll have some time to burn. And I think that's when we'll make a play for those.
Never disappoint.
I know it is about that time, guys, but I want to finish this sale run since I don't have to work tomorrow. No, I intend to stream tomorrow. We're going to do a random game. I just don't know what yet. I was thinking probably, I honestly don't know. I was thinking about either, doing Deep Rock Galactic, because that sounded kind of fun, or, we didn't actually do anything with the bots or any of the other classes. I played one class the whole time that we did Vermintide last time, so we might do more Vermintide. I don't know. Depends on what I feel like playing tomorrow. Unless you have any ideas. Because I was just kind of wing it.
Hale, whatever you need, I've got it.
Tribes. Oh my god, I haven't played Tribes in so long. I don't even know if I know where the disc is. But yeah, I mean, I don't work tomorrow, so I wanted to at least get our sales run done. Oh, we're only $3 grand away, too.
Goodbye.
We might actually make the 800,000 or 850,000 mark. So we've got this, and then some Andenica left. Now, I think I screwed us when we were in Hornica. I should have bought the last 5 joined hose. I don't know if there's another tailor. As I know that there's the one in Denica, but we already cleaned that one out, and we need 5 more joined hose, and I think the other one is in Hornica. I'm not sure if there's 3 or not. Wait, there's a new Tribes out? How did I not hear about that?
Hello there. Have a good day.
I played the shit out of Tribes 1 and 2 back in the day. Mostly with bots, because, you know, internet was expensive and we were poor.
How are you? Only the
But
best products here.
Goodbye.
alright, where is he? Oh. No, it's not you. We hit him up. Where's the other one? It's got to be the quest marker. Yep, I think it's her.
How is life treating you? Whatever you need, I've got it.
Oh my god! She's the other... Okay, so there are 3, and I'm just half retarded tonight. Yeah. Joined hose. Let's see if she's got 5 of them. She's got all 10. Fantastic. We only need 5, though. Alright, so that solves that problem.
Goodbye.
So that's everything for, the Herald. And we're only 800 away, and we still have 2 villages, and then the 2 vendors that stopped in our village to hit up. Peanut is a streamer I watch. He started playing it. Check it out later. Okay, yeah. Is it a new Tribes, or is it like a new... Is it a new entry to the Tribes series, or is it a new game that just happens to be called Tribes? Because Tribes was a shooting game where you basically got to pick your class and your loadouts and whatnot. You had jetpacks and all kinds of cool shit. And you would play Skyborn or on the ground and run around maps and try and capture points and whatnot.
Goods of the highest quality.
Although there is a new game, it's only a demo right now. It's actually by Ghost Ship, the same people that made Deep Rock Galactic. Primitive Builder. Oh, okay, so that is something entirely different then. That's unfortunate. I was super excited for a new Tribes game.
It was nice seeing you.
But yeah, I can't for the life of me remember. You know what? Let's pull it up real quick. It is called Spell Rogue Demo. And it's super cool. So basically the way that it works is you have spell cards, and then you roll dice, and you have to have your dice fit into your spell cards. And it's kind of a little roguelike. So I've won once and lost once on each of the different available loadouts so far. There's only one of the 3 classes available right now, and you can only get 3 of the 4 loadouts right now. But I actually had quite a bit of fun with it. It's about a half an hour a map, depending on how well you do. It's about a half an hour if you win. It's significantly shorter if you don't. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. And it's free, which is the important part. So you can download it and try it, and if you absolutely hate it, you're not out anything, and you just won't wishlist the final product.
Farewell.
Alright. Come on. Come on, Winnie. You're just pushing for me to replace you with Stevie, aren't you? Was watching Bell Right. Looks like something I'm going to get. Bell Right, huh? I haven't heard of that one either. I was looking through some of the games on my wish list now that I have a job again. And some of the games that I was super excited for, and reading reviews, like I had to clean up my wish list. There were quite a few that got ripped off of it. And that disappoints me. But I guess better to find out that way than to buy it and not like it.
That was like only the best products here.
Oh, oh, oh. Well, yeah, let's sell those. They're almost busted.
Treating you. See you soon.
Oh, okay.
Let me show you my ware. You be. Take care.
Well, I think it's safe to say we hit 850.
Let me show you my wares.
Whoa, she always sounds so,
Welcome.
exotic when she says that. Whoever they got for the voice actor for her was very enthused about the role. We'll say that. She does always make me laugh, though. it just those two? I think it's just those two. Alright, so let's hit up the Herald and turn in, and then we can sell to the special gifts seller as well while we're down here. And then we'll scoop our coins out of storage and see what we made for the day. Yeah, I hear you, wolves. I'm busy. Come back later. I did see that camp. I would have stopped to loot it, except we had wolves after us. Hey-oh, horse in the tavern. Are the clothes ready? Yes. With my clothes on, the soldiers will survive the harshest winters. Cold War.
How is life treating you? Best goods in the valley.
What is that? Unique pendant. Great present for someone with a poetic soul. Captorga. I've never heard of that. Moon pendant. That's neat. Earrings are plain enough. I don't know why I should be excited about a glass bottle, but fair enough. Flutes are cool. I actually have a wood flute. And a recorder. Alright. So let's go scoop our coins out of storage and see what we wound up with. We've still got a bastard lot of flax seeds. Over 5,000. Oh, and a bunch of simple bags. I forgot that we had simple bags on us. Okay, so that's the thing. Alright, so we wound up with 861,000. So we actually broke 850 by an extra 10. We were just shy. We were 800 coins shy of 800,000 when we started today. So we went from 792,000 to 861292.9. We made 69,000 coins today. So that RNG is really, really rough for the village. Or for the valley. Sometimes you get a whole lot of extra coins, and sometimes they have hardly anything. As there was that one season where we only got 35,000. But yeah. It is significantly after that time, though, guys. So I am probably going to call it here. We will be on tomorrow with a random game. There are two that I'm kind of thinking about, but we'll see what mood strikes me when we get there. If you guys have any suggestions, don't be afraid to drop them in Discord, and we'll see what we do. But yeah. If you guys learned anything useful tonight, or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. And if you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, you guys have a fantastic rest of your night, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.